When I was first learning to drive from my husband, I remember clinging on to the steering wheel, practically shaking and driving at about 2 miles per hour. I knew there were really high stakes, that any mistake could be a life or death situation. And I just had no experience with how to turn corners or how to accelerate and decelerate, or especially how to merge onto a highway at 70 miles per hour in the rain. Sometimes when we're reading God's word, it can feel a little bit like we're clinging onto the steering wheel. We know that these are life and death questions, and we're not always sure how to navigate the different kinds of situations that God's word is going to put us in. So I wanted to write a Bible study that would almost be like driver's ed for those of us who are trying to navigate faithfully through the gospel accounts of Jesus' life. I've learned a lot from writing this study, and as I've thought about the different kinds of writing that we see in the Gospels. And my hope is that you will find it helpful too, as you make your own journey of navigating through the Gospels. A question that I've frequently been asked in my life is, do you take the Bible literally? And people seem to think that it's kind of like an on-off switch, that either you take all of the Bible or even all of the Gospels literally, or you don't. And I especially wanted to think in this study about the different kinds of literature we see in the Gospels, all of which we need to be reading faithfully, some of which we're meant to be reading literally, and others of which we're actually unfaithful in our reading if we take it literally. So my hope is that as you work through this study with me, that you'll feel a little bit less like I did when I first started learning to drive. Not that your confidence in yourself will grow, mine certainly doesn't as I study the scriptures, but that our confidence in God's word would grow as we learn to navigate gospel truth.